if I see this meme one more time, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna go crazy. You guys have seen it. It's the video, it's the meme or the image. Or the post where the person says, not all cops are bad. Not all blacks are criminals. This ignorance affects all colors. I'm gonna lose it. Here's why. Okay, so we are in a state of chaos, quite frankly. The people are angry, the people are speaking up, and they are talking about how police brutality and white supremacy, institutional racism has built up in a lot of our police force agencies. Okay. The people that are raising these arguments are people that have dealt with this issue the most. So it started in Minneapolis, where George Floyd was brutally murdered on camera. And from what I've learned, because I have a friend that lives out there, he explained to me that white and blacks alike have been frustrated with their unionized police force for years. So this was a tipping point for a long time of dealing with systematic racism, institutionalized racism within their force, and the fact that police officers have so much power over the people that they're supposed to serve. This isn't the only community that's had issues with police brutality and corruption within their police forces. Think about LA, let's just saying. So there are some communities that have had issues with racist cops, period. That meme is such a great gaslighting tactic to just get people off topic. We're not talking about it is so illogical. So with me, with trying to have like a logical argument or conversation with someone, I don't mind people with different opinions. I have an issue with illogical opinions. Okay? If I say, clearly, not all cops are bad, that is not what we're talking about. We need to talk about we are literally talking about the bad guys. We're not even, and then to throw in white racists and black criminals. Why are you bringing this up? We are talking about bad cops. That is a topic. Write your paper on the bad cops. Imagine if you were married and your husband cheated on you, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna go to this lawyer, I'm gonna get divorced. You go to the lawyer and you say, I'm ready to get divorced. And this lawyer looks at you and says, some husbands cheat, but some husbands don't. You should protect your marriage institution. Who would do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Stop using that as an argument. And it's the greatest way to throw somebody off topic. We can talk about other stuff too that's kind of adjacent to the topic, because some things create context, but don't throw that in the mix. That you've thrown people all the way off. You're literally talking about nothing. It's the most nothing you can say. You go outside. Sometimes I look at the green grass. Sometimes I look at the blue sky. Sometimes it's night. We're all outside. That's what you sound like. You're stating obvious facts. Some people have hair. Some people are bald. We're all people. Thanks. That's literally what that statement is. Stop using it. And when you post stuff like that, you confuse people. It's hard enough for people to stay on track. We all need to be talking about what's happening. We know that some cops are good and some are bad. We're talking about the bad ones. And we're also addressing the fact that law enforcement agencies were historically founded on white supremacist guidelines and theories and structure. They were created to control black people. Come on now. I mean, it's not a secret. And they've maintained, a lot of these agencies have maintained those same orders all the way through. If anything, they've also buckled down because you have white supremacists in some communities that have infiltrated police forces. And so they are maintaining the status quo, and they are going to kill you. Period. They're doing the same Jim Crow stuff. It's not a secret. So let's talk about those areas and reform them. And when you hear the community in Minneapolis, what they're talking about, when you actually listen to them, what you realize is that they are trying to, that's what the purpose of their protests were. They've been wanting to address this for a long time. So I do want to acknowledge something. I do want to see the value, the humanity in those statements. I recognize that when somebody posts something like that, they are trying their very, very best to see the positive, or, you know, somebody that posts that is a lover, not a fighter. And so they're trying their very best to, in their own way, bring us to a place of peace. So I want to acknowledge that. So if you've posted something like that, I don't want to embarrass you or make you feel bad. I see you. I know what you're trying to do. It just ain't it, sis. This ain't the time. If you want to say something, make sure it's on topic, it's logical and rational, and that it is not something also motivated by emotions, period. Reformation, police reformation, law enforcement reformation is something that's been needed for a long time. And you've seen people have tried to protest peacefully for years and nobody listened. And now you're getting the explosion. Listen to the people. And before you post stuff like that, actually go back and watch those protests, not just the bad violent parts, not just the riots. See if you can get some footage of what people were saying when they were peacefully protesting, and read some of the signs. It's basic, people looking for basic human rights at the end of the day. And there's no way you can disagree with that. People want to feel safe and protected, and they want to make sure that there are checks and balances in their law enforcement agencies. That's not unreasonable. No matter what your politics are, no matter what side you are, no matter what you believe in, that is basic. And people are telling you they don't have it. Come on now. Everybody can agree on that.